Hello traders, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So today we're going to be talking about the bank reports that a lot of you have probably been seeing online lately, and do they work? Well, I'm just going to share a few examples with you. We have all of this kind of hype on YouTube, across social media and everything else about following the banks, trading like the banks, and this is probably the closest thing you can ever get to trading and following what the institutions are doing. So just to give you a quick example of what this might look like, here is just a simple report that we send out to, we actually have a small group where you can pay around €35 a month for these reports, and we send around 40 of them a month so you can follow this yourself. And basically what you can see here is it gives off different trade ideas, and these are from large institutions. So for example here, this is from MUFG Bank. It's probably one of the largest banks in Japan, and you can simply follow their trades and also get a deep understanding from a macroeconomic point of view of what is happening in the market. So throughout this, what we're going to do is I'm going to basically show you different reports. So for example, this one is from J.P Morgan, and it was sent out on the 8th of August in 2022, and just show you that yes, okay, you might not have a strong fundamental knowledge or knowledge on economics in general, but you can still use these reports to your advantage and trade using their actual trade ideas that they will share on a regular basis, okay? And there's plenty of people who are basically developing strategies around this now in order to profit from the markets every single day. Because a lot of the time people are trading, these simple trends without understanding why are we having a short here, okay? Why is there short opportunities here or here? Why did we have this slight correction here? It's not just because the market forms higher highs and higher lows and lower highs. It has a real economic impact, and you can actually get a better understanding here by following this or these trade ideas. So we're just going to scrap all of this up here, and I'm just basically making a quick video to show you about this here. Euro Swiss continuing to stall ahead of strong resistance, so it's telling you where strong resistance is, which now includes a downtrend from this price here going back to the wake of June SMB decision. This remains our favorite position, and we remain comfortable adding to our Euro Swiss shorts from here. Okay, so that's from a JP Morgan report, and what you can see here is I basically drawn out the area of resistance and draw out the potential target. So there's 244 pips, and this candle here is the day the report was released, after this kind of large engulfing candle, you could say here, or just simply rejecting off this area of support. You could definitely get back in here on the pullback, as we probably created a lower high here on the 4-hour, 1-hour chart, and then scaled into that opportunity here to actually follow the trades here that are coming, these trade ideas that are coming directly from JP Morgan themselves. Okay, so it's an amazing opportunity for you all, not only to brush up on your fundamental knowledge by continuously just reading up on these reports, but actually getting a better understanding of where these larger institutions see the market heading in the next week, in the next month, in the next 6 months, each quarter to a year. Here is another one from JP Morgan, and as you can see here, support in dollar CAD comes in at this price here, while resistance will be found at this price here. Okay, so and you can read a little bit more detail here about Dixie and made a key day reversal, which technically suggests a higher dollar support, blah 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 blah. Okay, so you can read all of this here and get a better understanding, but even if you didn't understand these strong macroeconomic drivers, getting a basic understanding of what these larger institutions are doing is going to give you an edge. And I do apologize about the window behind me. Let me just close that for a second. Apologies about that. There's a bit of traffic outside the office here at the moment, but as you can see here, the report was released on this candle here. It told you there was resistance here, support here. So basically taking a trade off this area of resistance with the strong macroeconomic drivers, we can see here, you could basically take trade from this area of resistance, target this area of support. You also know they stated that this area will be a strong support, and you could target then this area here if the fundamental drivers were behind you. Even from this point here, a 205 pip trading opportunity. The 1st of August 2022, CITI FX. portfolio, they were re-establishing a cash short in euro dollar. So, and they basically told you where their stop loss is going to be and where they were targeting. We are going to short euro dollar, and obviously this here is just a screenshot taken from the report. We are going to short euro dollar at 1.02 with a stop loss of 1.0375 and a target to return to the trend lows and beyond. Okay, so now you have a stop loss and you have an entry. Let's see how this played out. As you can see here, euro dollar was definitely trending, creating lower highs and lower lows. We came up here, the report was released right here of that bullish candle. Now, as you can see, they weren't exactly completely accurate, and this is the common misconception that a lot of us are trading these lower highs and lower lows, and we're trying to get it to the exact pip with a stop loss here and a risk reward of whatever 11R, 100R trades that we're seeing on Instagram, and it's just not the reality. We have these larger institutions, and you can fight the point that these larger institutions can't trade, with the flexibility that we have. Okay, perfect. But, these are the ones that are consistently making money. Here's where the report was released. You can see the size of their stop loss. They said to trend lows. This was the low. See here, the risk reward is not big at all. You can see here and beyond. So if they continue to hold that trade, and I highly doubt they called the bottom, but they would have had obviously a little higher risk reward here. But these trades take time to develop over time. But even understanding, if you were trading from a 1 hour chart or even a day trader, understanding what direction these larger institutions are looking for the market to head in is going to give you a huge advantage. Here's another one from Spectra Markets on the 1st of August 2022. With Euro Swiss failing to bounce at all on this rally in risky assets, I like selling here with a stop here. Okay, so as you can see here, it gives a further breakdown. Short at this price with a stop at this price, and it's interesting how they're not setting any targets, and you'll actually see this a lot with larger institutions, that because they're so driven by the fundamental outlook, as we start reaching lows and new highs, they'll begin to reevaluate their decision, and a lot of the time they won't scrap their trade idea unless the fundamentals themselves change, and this can depend on various different reports and everything else. So as you can see here, I wanted to share this one because here's where the report was released at this candle here, and this is where their stop was. And so their entry was here, their stop was here, and as you can see, this one hit stop loss, but still the overall fundamental direction was still correct. So here's once again the larger institutions even taking a loss themselves. But if you were simply following this report, and then I didn't actually get the next report off this area here, they could have possibly shorted again. The trade idea could have still been strong, or they could have adjusted their stops or something. I don't have the update of that report. I'm just making a quick video for you here today to maybe spark an idea for you to start following these reports. But as you can see, they were correct in their direction. They were correct that they would see Euro Swiss continuing to fall, and if you had that behind you and that knowledge behind you, it's going to give you a huge advantage in the markets. Here is a report from ING from the 28th of July 22. Pound dollar is still at risk of a return to or below the 1.200 level in the coming weeks. Okay, now I don't have the report. I didn't draw out euro pound, but you can go check this yourself. But as I said, it has a risk of a return to or below the 1.200 level. Okay, so let's just have a quick look. As you can see here, the report was released at this candle right here, and here is the 1.200 level, roughly this white line. You can see here I'm off just slightly, but you understand the picture here. If you're selling from this area here, if you're selling from lower highs and lower lows, here is, let me draw this out a bit better. Here are your lower highs and lower lows. Here's your next lower high. The previous lower high being protected, stop loss above here. You could short into these lows because you already understand that from a larger institution point of view, backed up by big research teams, strong economic outlook and everything else. They're not just trading this price action downtrend, they're trading the macroeconomic outlook. It's a huge factor. And as you can see here, the market actually returned below this price and with force actually continued to those previous lows to continue in this trend for quite some time. So I think that is my last example here, but this is just a quick video for you today to basically just show you an example of these reports and how they can come in useful for your trading. You can go and back test this yourself. If you're interested in actually getting these reports, there'll be a link in the description below where you can actually get a 4-day free trial and you can start following these reports yourself. You'll be added into a group chat where I send them in on a daily basis whenever I get them myself, and you can start following what these larger institutions are doing and also get a better understanding of the macroeconomic outlook of any specific currency. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment below if you have any different video ideas or anything else. I'd be more than happy to have a look at them and maybe make them into future video ideas. So until next time, take care.